Thursday, another story that we're watching here on the rundown out of D.C. Anti-abortion advocates will be gathering in just hours at the National Mall for the annual March for Life, marking 42 years since the Supreme Court's decision legalizing abortion in this country. As we mentioned earlier, today's march comes just hours after House Republicans abruptly scrubbed a vote on a bill that would virtually outlaw all abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy. Specifically, the measure limited exemptions for victims of rape or incest to only those women who previously reported those incidents to authorities. I'm joined now by the president of March for Life, Jeanne Monahan Mancini. Jeanne, first of all, let me just get your reaction to the House GOP scrubbing that vote last night, that vote that was scheduled to coincide with the March for Life.
Oh, of course we're disappointed about what happened last night, as you can imagine, but we are pleased that they're going to move forward with another vote today having to do with the No Taxpayer Funding for Abortion Act. So we're 100% behind that and have been for a long, long time.
I want to ask you something that I asked the congressman from Alabama just a few minutes ago on this broadcast. There was this Gallup poll that was conducted within the past week that revealed that abortion is roughly 33 on the list of priorities that concern the average American voter. What say you to that?
Here's what I say you to that. Come out to the March for Life today. You will see hundreds of thousands of people who are absolutely convinced that this is one of the most important issues of our day, that it's the human rights issue of today. And the people who are out there are young people. They're excited, and they want to bring this to an end.
The vote that's going to be conducted, assuming that it does pass the House, assuming that it does pass the Senate, the president has given every indication that this is a bill that is going to be vetoed. It does not appear to be legislation that is veto-proof. If that's the case, is this not merely a symbolic gesture, the bill itself?
Well, you know, the bill itself is about fetal pain, and so we're talking here about what developing babies feel when they're undergoing abortion. Sometimes abortion proponents try to advocate that abortion is like, it doesn't have to do with the humanity of a person. So there's so much in the bill that also has to do with just education of the general public.
But Jeanne, my question is, if we know that the bill itself is not going to become law, is the process itself then not merely symbolic?
Oh, absolutely not. Of course, I mean, we're always going back and forth about these things with the separation of church, state, with the president, you know. No, absolutely not. I mean, we need to go forward with this. And then if the president goes on the record as vetoing it, that's, you know, he's gone on the record as vetoing late-term abortion, which the majority of Americans are against.
Jeanne Monahan Mancini. Jeanne, thank you so much for your time. Do appreciate it. I want to now bring in the president of the National Organization for Women, Terry O'Neill. Terry, first of all, let me start with you the same way I started with Jeanne there. Your reaction to House Republicans scrubbing their planned vote on the anti-abortion bill last night.
You know, frankly, I think the main thing that's going on here is women voters around the country are rapidly losing trust in the Republican, and frankly, including the Republican women who've just been elected to Congress. Look, you know, they said we're going to vote on this thing. It's deeply insulting to women. The 20-week abortion ban, all of the justifications turn out to be false. So it's kind of a bill that is built around a tissue of lies. And that alone has been eroding women voters' trust in the Republican leadership. Now what we're seeing is the leadership sort of got spooked and said, no, we're gonna back off from the 20-week ban. Yeah. We see how unpopular it is. Now we're going to bring forth another bill that is just as damaging to women. It's very dangerous for women, and it harms actual women. So these guys are really demonstrating from the very beginning that they have an anti-woman agenda.
I want to ask you something that we all heard in the State of the Union address on Tuesday night. Is it true that abortions in this country are nearing historic lows? Is that accurate?
Yes, it is. And you know, that's fine, but let me just say this. 1 in 3 women will have an abortion by the age of 45. It is a necessary and common aspect of women's reproductive health care. It must be covered by insurance. That's why you have health insurance, so that when you need it, your insurance company is supposed to cover the health care that you need. That's whether your insurance is from your boss or from the exchange or from Medicaid, your health care needs need to be covered, and abortion is a common aspect of women's health care. So the fact that more women are getting access to birth control, making unintended pregnancies go down, that's wonderful. That's great. But it is not okay to celebrate a lowering of abortion rates if what that means is that women actually are not able to access safe, legal, medically appropriate abortion and have it fully covered by their insurance company. That's not the way you want to lower the abortion rates.
All right, Terry O'Neill. Terry, thank you. Lots ahead on another jam-packed hour of the